vlog type thing. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this because there is one huge thing I want to talk to you guys, and that is I just got back from Indie PopCon, so I have a ton of things I want to talk about Indie PopCon, and just there's so many things I want to talk about because it just happened as I'm recording this. This happened 2 days ago. But anyway, so yeah, there's a ton of things I want to talk about Indie PopCon. It was probably one of the best weekends I've ever had because it was so much fun. It was the first convention I've ever been to. Well, I went to this one convention, but we only went on like a Thursday, and it was like the pre-convention, and we didn't know that, and then we had to leave the next day. So yeah, this is the first real convention I ever went to, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my life. So I'm just gonna talk about it for a little bit. I guess this is the first story time vlog I've ever done. Oh my gosh, this is so new! Okay, so this is the first story time vlog I've ever done. This isn't really about the channel in a way. In a way it is, in a way it isn't though. It's not like schedule updates or anything like that. Schedule's going good. We're gonna get back into Bully. We're gonna finish Bully. We're gonna get back into Night in the Woods. I'm gonna record those longer. So there you go. There's your schedule update, I guess. So yeah, this is the first story time vlog. I hope you guys enjoy it. Just get some popcorn, lie down. Bro, we're at Denny's today. You know, Arby's, it wasn't good enough. You know, they were like, here's your curly fries and hot sauce. They were kind of rude, kind of sassy. I mean, that's fine, you know, whatever. But Denny's, oh bro, we're gonna eat some pancakes until our belly looks like Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. So anyway, get ready, sit down, grab the pop, grab the soda, whatever you call it, in whatever country or state you live in. Let's go. So this all started out on Friday. On Friday, we woke up really early, and then we just like went over to Indiana really quick. We just like teleported there, you know, natural stuff. So we finally got over to Indiana, and that's when it all started. We were all nervous, we were all like freaking out. We got in the car in Indiana, and we were kind of just like so nervous. We got to the hotel, we checked in there. Our hotel was actually connected to the convention center, so that made our walk a lot easier. We didn't have to cross the street like Frogger and almost get hit by a bunch of cars. But anyway, so yeah, so we just kind of walked. It was a little bit of a long walk. We stayed at the Embassy Suites, and it was a little bit a long walk. I think there was 2 skywalks we had to cross, and then we got to the convention center, and then we had to go down another long corridor, and then down a couple escalators, and then we were there at the convention center. So on Friday, we got there around 3 o'clock, I think, is when we finally got there and got checked in and everything was settled. And we got our badges. It was really simple because we ordered ours online, so we just had to wait in line for like maybe a minute and a half, and then like, here are your badges, here's the comic book, okay, bye, have fun. And I'm like, oh, thank you, goodbye. And then we left, and then it was just like, here's the convention, have fun, push, bye. Push out the nest, Mama Bird's like, ha ha ha. It was like such a surreal experience because it was so quick, you know? I thought like we were gonna have to wait in a long line. No, it was like, here's your pamphlet, here's your sticker. It was like, go have fun, kitty, bye, push out the nest, you know, learn to fly. And I was like, oh gosh, like I was super nervous, like, because I got to walk around the convention center by myself. I wanted to meet a ton of YouTubers, I wanted to meet some celebrities, I wanted to go around the con and everything like that, the show floor, I wanted to see the exhibit hall, I wanted to see everything. I wanted just a little bit of slice of everything. You know, there's a giant cake, I wanted all the slices. It was like a box of chocolates, you gotta try them all, except that one coconut flavor. That's so gross. I don't like it. But anyway, so it was so much fun because I got in the con and I probably walked around the exhibit hall for maybe like an hour, hour and a half. And it was so surreal seeing all of these people in one room, and a ton of them were in cosplay, and I was just like, my mouth dropped. I felt out of place being in my plaid. I mean, I never feel out of place in plaid, but still, I was cosplaying as a lumberjack the whole weekend. We're gonna go with that. So yeah, so I just kind of walked around the con for 2 hours with my mouth open, and I was like, oh, wow, I looked like a kid in a candy store for the first time. I'm like, wow, what's that? Whoa, what's that over there? Oh my gosh, like, super crazy. So I walked around, I wanted to familiarize myself with the place, you know, so I didn't get lost and look crazy. So I wanted to find, like, the exhibition hall, I wanted to find the autograph stage, I wanted to find the main stage, and I wandered into the main stage, and in the main stage, there was a bunch of people lining up at this one line. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go step in that line, and I heard the guy yell, okay, autograph wristbands over here, and I'm like, oh, you need wristbands? Because they had free autograph signings at some point for some YouTubers, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you need a wristband, like, that probably should have been on the website. So I got my band on the first day. I thought I could only get 1 band a day because that guy who was yelling on the stuff was really confusing. No offense, Indie PopCon worker, you're probably a great dude. I don't know. But yeah, he was just yelling like you can only get 1 band a day or you can only get 1 band. And I was like, whoa, I only get 1 band? Like, this is crazy. I asked the lady, she said you can get as many bands as you want. You just have to get back in line again. A little more clarification would have been nice. But, you know, we got it all sorted out. And I still only got 1 band that day because I was still a little nervous and freaking out. So the first day, I got my band for Crank Gameplays, OG-chan, and Gerbeegly, which were all 1 band, which was really nice. I only had to wear 1 on my hand. And so that wasn't until, I think, 5 o'clock at the con. So there was a panel going on at 4 for small YouTubers. And I was like, oh, frick yeah, bro. So I went to that panel, and I got there like 30 minutes early. I was waiting outside the door, and only a couple people showed up to the panel, but still, I was so excited. This is my first panel. I was gonna make sure I enjoyed every second of it. I sat in the second row because the press people wanted to sit in the front, and I didn't want to be that one rude person sitting in the front row, but so yeah, I got there really early. I sat in the second row. I put my backpack down. I was sitting all like, yay! It was like my first day at preschool, you know, I was so excited. And then it started, and they talked about so many amazing things at that panel. The guys who hosted it were really nice. They're called Level 2 Gamers. They were super nice. They were super nice guys. I even got to ask a question at the panel, and I was so excited, like, oh, they answered my question. And I was just like a little kid again. I felt like a little kid who just got a toy car, and I'm like, vroom, vroom, wow! And so then after the panel, or during the panel, sorry, I saw Crank Gameplays and all of them walk in, and I just turned around and go, wow, but nothing could take my eyes off of this panel. Like, these YouTubers who I love just walked in, and I looked back, went, wow, and then, like, my eyes were connected to the panelists the whole entire time. I was so enthralled with what they were saying. It was like magic going through my head. I'm like, I was so enthralled. I even told them, like, it was a great panel and like that. I went out, and then I got in line for Crank Gameplays in them, because I figured it was gonna be a little bit of a long line, you know. They're YouTubers, I get it, it's gonna be a long line. And in that long line, like, my brother called me, I talked to my brother until the line moved and everything like that, and then I hung up. When the line started, oh my gosh, I think going in the lines was one of the funnest things at the convention that you can do, and I thought that was gonna be so boring, like, you know, a line at Disney World or an amusement park where you just sit there, nobody wants to talk, everybody's hot, everybody's sweaty, everybody's cranky, everybody has that one baby who's just crying for dear life, and you're like, No, in that line, it was the exact opposite. I think the people in that line were some of the friendliest people I've ever met in my entire life. They were so kind. You automatically had something in common with those people when you were in line with them. You liked watching that YouTuber or that person who you met. And immediately that sparked a conversation with the person in front of me, and then we started talking about Crank Gameplays. Somebody overheard Crank Gameplays, they started talking to us then. The people in line started talking about how they got to meet Brian from NSP last year and Tyler, and people heard NSP and Tyler and turned around and joined our conversation, and then we started singing songs from NSP, and other people joined our conversation. We were like talking with everybody in that line at one point, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had in my life, because I'm very socially awkward when I first meet people, you know, I'm like, hi, oh gosh, whatever, and then when you get to meet me, I'm a little fireball, I never stop talking, bro. But yeah, so in that line, it was like immediate. It was like I'd already known them my entire life. I've already like talked to them for a while. Super nice, and then we got up there and we got to meet Crank Gameplays, and it was a little bit rushed, and I completely understand that because it was a really long line. It was probably like I think they were max capacity every day that weekend, and the first day nobody even knew they needed wristbands. That's the only reason I got a wristband on Friday. It was max capacity every day that entire weekend, so props to those guys, because that must have been a lot of work and really tiring, I bet, because they met a lot of people. But I got to go up there, I got to give them all hugs, and we had a picture and a handshake, and then I got out of the way, I got to tell my friends bye, and then I left the con for that day. And that was like such an amazing experience, just getting to meet people in the line and then getting to meet the YouTuber who you admire a lot was like so surreal. It was like you just made friends, and now you're meeting people who you see on the internet, and I was like, oh my gosh! So then the next day, I wake up all excited. It was like my first full day at the con, you know, everything like that. I get all ready in the morning, I had my banana nut muffin, and I walk down to the con, and I'm just so excited. So then it started Saturday, I was super excited. I wanted to go down to the main stage immediately and get my wristband for Crank Gameplays and Jesse Cox and anybody I could in the morning, because I knew Jesse Cox was doing a signing that day too, and I love Jesse Cox. So I wanted to go down there and meet him and everything like that. I get to the line, and that's when everybody figured out, oh, you need wristbands for stuff. Crank Gameplays sold out in 8 minutes, and I was like, whoa, I got to the convention an hour later than it opened because I wanted to wait for the lines to die down and everything like that. So I knew I obviously wasn't going to meet Crank, OG, and Grabigli that day, so I was okay with it. You know, it was fine. A lot of other people wanted to meet them. A lot of other people probably didn't get to meet them the day before, or probably didn't get to meet them on Sunday, so I was completely okay with it. I was a little disappointed, but I was completely okay with it. I was so worried, though, because I thought I wasn't going to get to see my friends that day or get to talk to them or hang out with them anymore because we weren't all in the line together, and I was really sad. But then we ended up meeting, I went to the wrong panel room in the morning. I went to room 131 when I was supposed to go to room 130, and so I messed up, had to go in room 130. That turned out to be the wrong time for the right panel even. So I just walked out of there, and then we ended up meeting as I was walking out of there, and then we hung out the rest of the day, and it was amazing. And then at the end of the day, I got to meet Jesse Cox, and that was so much fun. He's such a good guy. I got to talk to Jesse Cox. I got an autograph and a picture. It was so much fun. Such a good guy. And I was just so excited to meet them. So excited to meet them. I also got to meet Continue. They were a lot of fun. They know me as the mayor of my town now, but whatever. And it was so much fun to get to talk to those guys. And then even getting to hang out with my friends afterwards was so much fun. So that day, Crank Gameplays, OG-chan, and Gerbigli also had their panel. So all my friends and I met up after me and my other friend, we went to go see, we went to go see Continue. We were the last people in their line because we got our band super quick. And then they were saving us a spot for the Crank Gameplays, OG-chan, and Gerbigli panel. So we got to sit in the second row, like where the VIP line stopped, we got to sit in the second row. It was so much fun. It was such a great panel. I'm glad I got to hang out with them and everything like that. And I'm glad I got to see the panel firsthand. That was my, again, second panel that I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, eee! I always watched them on YouTube and I always kept thinking to myself, like, man, I wish I could be there. I wish I could be sitting in the audience. Like, how cool would that be? And I got to sit in the audience and I got to be there. And I was so appreciative of that. And I was so thankful that I got to see that. They had 1,000 people come and I was like, oh gosh. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of fun. Afterwards, we met up with even more people who I didn't even meet on Friday, and then we all started talking together, and then we all started to walk around the show hall, see if we could meet any famous people, maybe some YouTubers walking by the show hall. At one point, we finally had to give up. We finally had to go back to our hotels, and then we all told each other bye. And as I was walking to my hotel room, I was walking down the corridor to get up the escalators out of the convention show and everything like that, and I see Gerbigli walking down the hall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, that's Gerbigli. I didn't even get to meet him today. So I kind of wait until he stops, and I'm like, hi, Gerbigli, can I get a photo? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I take a photo with him, and I'm about to go back to the hotel room, and then I see Crank Gameplays come down, and then I see OG-chan come down. I'm like, wow, this is like a little meet and greet. That's so awesome. So then I get in Crank Gameplays line, and so then I get to talk to him about stuff. I got to talk to him about the small YouTuber panel, which was so much fun. I got a picture with him, and then my camera was blurry though, but you know, it's fine, it's whatever. And then I got to go see OG-chan, and as I was in the line, I guess you could say we were all just waiting our turn to go see OG-chan, I saw this person behind me, and he looked a lot like Matt Shee. And I turned to him and I go, oh, are you in the line for OG-chan? And he's like, nope. And I'm like, oh, okay. In my head, I was thinking, wow, you look a lot like Matt Shee. Didn't say anything though, because I'm stupid. That turned out to be Matt Shee. And I was so embarrassed because the next day, my friend got in the line for Crank Gameplays, and I didn't get a ticket that day because I slept in, but you know. And then she told me that she met Matt Shee, and I'm like, Matt Shee is really here? I didn't know that. Well, now I look stupid. And so I was just like, oh man, now I feel really dumb. I asked him, oh, are you in line to see OG-chan? Yep, I'm super smart. So anyway, I was like, oh, okay. So I got to talk to OG-chan after that whole incident happened. We talked about editing. It was so much fun. I want to thank those guys again for just stopping in the hall and letting people talk to them and take pictures with them if they didn't get to meet them. That was so nice of you guys. Thank you so much. I had such a good time talking with OG-chan about editing and Sony Vegas and Premiere and everything like that. And then after that, I was just so happy. I went back to the hotel room and like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, what are the odds of me walking, like, we were in the hallway for like maybe 30 minutes waiting for a YouTuber to walk by. And as I'm going back to my hotel room, I meet them. I'm like, what are the odds? So I go back to my hotel room. Everybody in my family, you know, we all sleep for the night because we need sleep. And then I wake up on Sunday and I'm a little sad because it's the last day of the convention and everything like that. And I leave my hotel room around 11 because my first panel I really wanted to go to was at noon, and you know, the show floor was already open and everything like that. So I got up at 11, walked down the hall, and I was walking down the hall, and whenever we get to the convention, like down the escalators, I see this blue hair guy, and I immediately go, no way, like that's Crank Gameplays, I'm gonna go say hi. So I went and I said hi, and Gerbigli was there too. I got a picture with them. Again, super nice guys. Thank you for letting me take a picture with you guys in the hallway. It was so much fun. Like, I can't believe I saw them 2 days in a row, and I didn't get a wristband to see them those 2 days, so it was like fate was like, meet them, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I got to meet them, super nice guys, and they were just really cool to talk to. And then we went down to the convention hall and everything like that, and I met up with my friends, we hung out, and I don't think I went to any panels that day because I was gonna go to the voice actor panel. I ended up meeting up with my friends again, we talked that entire day and everything like that, and then at one point I went out to go eat and everything, and it was a really good day. I got to meet Pro Jared, I got to meet The Completionist, I got to meet Complete again, I got to meet Did You Know Gaming, super nice guys, and again, in the line, I met tons of new people, and then, as I was like walking down to the convention hall again, I walked around the convention, my friends were in the line for Crank Gameplays in the morning, I didn't get a ticket, and I was like really bummed, so I was like, okay, you guys have fun, and everything like that, and I just decided to walk around the show floor again and look around. As I was walking around, I see a familiar face from yesterday waiting in the Crank Gameplays line just by the gate. That was Matt Shee. So I go, hi, I'm the girl from yesterday who asked if you were gonna meet OG-chan. And he's like, yeah, I remember you. And I was like, awesome, can I get a picture? So I got a picture with him, super nice dude. And then as I was in the line for, I think, Complete, I saw him doing yo-yo tricks, and I yelled at him, I'm like, oh bro, you yo-yo. And he's like, bro, I can yo-yo and fidget spin at the same time. So I was like, oh my gosh, bro, wow, whoa, sorry, that's just so intense. And then he danced to Dat Boy because we were all singing Dat Boy, which was a lot of fun. I got to meet somebody who cosplayed Dat Boy, which was really good. He had a unicycle and everything, and I was like, bro. So that was so much fun, and then we ended up talking with more people in the line, and I met so many people in the line, and I still talk with those people who are in the line. We all have, like, information and talk to each other and everything like that. So much fun. I met so many new people, and it was just, that was probably one of the best things that happened there, was getting to meet people and getting to meet YouTubers and celebrities at the same time. I met a ton of people just walking around the show floor than I did with the wristband. And then right after the Did You Know Gaming panel, my friends come up to me and they're like, hey, we have to go. It's a long drive back. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we all tell each other bye, and it was super great to get to see them. Again, we still talk online and everything like that. Super great people. I'm so glad I got to meet them. And then we all had to go, and then we met each other again, and we got to say bye one last time. And then we had to go home too, you know? It was the end of the convention. All the people were packing up as I was leaving, and I'm like, no, stop it! It was just so much fun, and I'm so, after Indie PopCon, I'm so inspired to make YouTube videos again. After even the first panel I saw, the small YouTuber panel, after that panel on Friday, I just wanted to bring my setup from home over to Indianapolis and just record something. I just had this yearning and this fire to record that entire weekend, and that's still inside me now. I still have this fire and this passion to record again, and that fire and passion will never go away, but it just got so much brighter over the point of this weekend. Just knowing, like, that the people who were at the small YouTuber panel, were so nice. They said so many inspiring things, and I just feel so much more inspired getting to meet some YouTubers, getting to talk to them, to see them even, and getting to go to panels that they were hosting. I just feel so much more passion. I just feel so much more inspired, and I'm so passionate about YouTube again. We're gonna get back into the main story games, I promise you that. We're gonna finish Bully, we're gonna finish Night in the Woods, we're gonna finish To the Moon, and I have so many new games in store, like Amnesia, Kindergarten, so many new games in store that I'm so excited to get to play and everything like that. I'm just so excited to be doing YouTube. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for things that are coming down the road. October, getting to do the October costume challenge again. Everything that's just coming up. I'm just so excited to start filming those YouTube videos again. And I'm so excited to start playing games and even making some skits here and there again. Indie PopCon was, again, the best thing that happened to me. I feel reinvigorated. I feel energized. I mean, I didn't even know I could get more energized, but I am. So be prepared for the videos that are coming up. I'm so excited. I'm ready to be creative. I'm ready to do all this kind of stuff, and I'm so happy for what's gonna come. Indie PopCon was the best thing that could have happened to me right now. I just feel so excited. And I'm just so ready to start making more YouTube videos, and I hope you guys are ready too. Again, thank you so much for everybody who's on the channel right now. Thank you so much for everybody who supported the channel, who's stuck with the channel, who's liked on a video, who's commented on a video. Thank you guys so much, because that means the world to me. I honestly and truly mean that. YouTube is my passion, and YouTube is what makes me happy and energized and energetic and just so happy. I'm so excited to start playing more video games again for you guys. But anyway, that is where this first Storytime vlog ends. I didn't even know this was a Storytime vlog when I started filming it until like halfway through. So yeah, first Storytime vlog. If you guys want more Storytime vlogs, I got a lot of stories to tell. But anyway, just leave a like down below, helps and like it. Helps and I to do more Storytime vlogs like it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for being with the channel. I'm so excited for things to come. I'm so excited for games to play. I'm so excited for the plaid to wear. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Claire Doctor signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!